River, and movies that are not Netflix originals or shows that aren't Netflix originals have, I guess you can say, an expiration date, right? So I'm trying to watch that stuff first before I watch the Netflix stuff. But I think Ozark just came out with a third season, so yeah, I look forward to watching that show. The next movie I have is Mystic River, and I don't really know what this movie's about. Well, actually, I know it's something about, well, I guess I could read it. Tragedy reunites childhood friends Sean, Dave, and Jimmy when they're linked together in a murder investigation about Jimmy's teenage daughter. Sounds pretty good. It's directed by Clint Eastwood, so it should be good. And then next I have Inception, which is a pretty popular movie, I think. And I actually watched this movie in theaters. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched this movie in theaters, but I watched it when it first came out, so that was years ago, and I want to watch it again. Then I have Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which I've seen this movie quite a few times, but I put it on there because I wanted to watch it again. It's definitely a classic. Then there's Malcolm X with Denzel Washington, and I've never seen this movie before. It's about 3 hours long, but I definitely want to watch it as well. I really like Denzel Washington. Then there's The Craft, and this is a pretty old movie from the 90s, I believe, and I think this is like a teenage classic too, because I remember watching this whenever I was a kid, and it was very popular. My cousins and I, along with my sister, tried to do the whole light as a feather, stiff as a board thing on me, because I was the smallest one. Of course, it didn't work, but it's a really good movie, and basically it's about these 4 witches and kind of like just the troubles that, you know, they put themselves into with all their spells and whatnot. Then there's Pan's Labyrinth, and I think this movie is directed by Guillermo del Toro. I have no idea what this movie's about, but I've heard that this movie is pretty creepy. So yeah, I want to watch it, but I want to watch it at nighttime. And then there's Drive, and I watched this movie years ago when it first came out too, but it's been such a long time that I don't remember too much, but I do remember the elevator scene. I think that's probably one of the most, if not the most popular scene in the movie. Then there's Dallas Buyers Club, which I've also seen this movie on Netflix. I think Netflix removed it and then they ended up adding it back on. If I might be mistaken, I'm not sure, but I saw this movie on Netflix and I wanted to watch it again because it was really good. And it's also based on a true story too. Then I have the World Trade Center, and which obviously is about, you know, the Twin Towers and when the planes flew into them. And I remember watching a part of this movie, and I was pretty emotional when I saw just that small part. I always get emotional when it has to do with the World Trade Center because it's just so sad. But I never watched the movie in its entirety, so I wanted to watch it. And then Snowpiercer. And the reason why I want to watch this movie is because it's directed by the same person who directed Parasite, Bong Joon-ho. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And I loved Parasite. movies last year, so I wanted to watch this one too. I heard it was really good, as Chris Evans in it too. And then there's Good Burger. I think I told you about this one in my last video. I still haven't seen it. It's still there. A new movie I added was The Spectacular Now, and I actually just recently heard about this movie. I think I had seen it on Netflix a few times, but like seen it on there, but I didn't plan on watching it until I heard that it's actually a really good movie, and some people cried or whatever, so I'm like, okay, I'll watch it now. And then Marriage Story, I'm pretty sure I told you about this one in my last video. I think I told you about Paid in Full as well, and Her as well. I still haven't rewatched it. I saw it in theaters though, and I loved it so much. I just love Spike Jonze and Joaquin Phoenix. Raging Bull, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this one too. To All the Boys I've Loved before. I still haven't seen it. So of course I haven't seen the second one either. The Edge of 17. I recently added this movie on my list as well because I heard it was a really good teen movie. The Duchess, I have Takers. I think this was on there last time too. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. That's my favorite one. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this one as well. Someone Great. I recently added this one because my sister said it was really good. Schitt's Creek. My coworker told me the show is really funny, and I love funny shows, so I added that one. Spy Kids, New Girl, and The Twilight Zone. Amy, it's a documentary. Kingpin. I recently added that one, I think. A Ghost Story. I have been wanting to see this movie since it came out, but I never got around to watching it, and this was back in 2017. And, wait, 2017 or 16? 17, yeah. 2017. And I never got around to watching it. I think it only went to like select theaters, and so I ended up buying the movie, but I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the movies because I don't know, I just never got around to doing it. And then I saw that they added it on Netflix, so I'm like, oh, well, I could just watch it on Netflix. The Hateful Eight. Still haven't seen it. I added Magnolia on there. Seems like a pretty long movie. Sin City, I've seen this movie before as well, but I wanted to rewatch it. The Place Beyond the Pines, that's still on there. Pinky Blinders, The Crown, Always Maybe. That is also another movie my sister movies that are on my movies list, I know what they're about. All the other ones, and I have a long, long list. I have no idea what they're about. I heard of them, or I hear of them, and I heard that they're good or that they're classics. So I add them on my list without ever watching the trailers. So, and I like doing that. I like not watching trailers. I love trailers, but I also like not watching trailers too, because I like going into movies not knowing what it's going to be about. Yeah. So, a lot of the movies that I've seen, I had no idea what they were about. And I've watched all my movies on all the movies that are on my list to watch on Hulu. I've already watched all of them. So, and I didn't know what they were about, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Dead to Me, I've been wanting to watch that show too. I don't know too much about it, but I adore Christina Applegate. Since Married with Children, I love that show. It's so funny and not politically correct at all. That show would not work today. The Autopsy of Jane Doe, I never got around to finishing that. I watched it on my way to California, and I have not finished it. And then The Irishman, I started watching this movie with my dad, but it's so long, and we started watching it kind of late that we both kept falling asleep, so we never got around to finishing it. I think we had like an hour left of the movie. So I need to finish that one up again. Okay, so that is my list on Netflix. I definitely watched a ton of movies, and I definitely added some more movies, but I look forward to getting this done, and because I really want to watch all the movies on my list before I start watching any shows again. And I'm one of those people who I feel like, people have things to do, like a list of things to do. Well, my list of things to do also consists of watching movies, and it feels so good when I can check movies off of my list and say, okay, I got that movie done. Like now on to the next movie. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like I'm accomplishing something, even though a lot of people would probably view that as not doing anything productive. But to me, I love watching movies so much that I feel productive when I do it. Okay, so now let's go into Hulu. And I've been waiting to check these movies off of my list too, but I've been waiting to do this video first. It feels really great to be able to remove stuff off my list. Okay, so the first thing, I guess I'll start with TV shows then. TV shows, I have Bob's Burgers, and I love this show. It's so funny, y'all. I actually want to rewatch it from the very beginning again, because I don't know, you don't really have to, but sometimes they do reference stuff in older episodes. But it's such a funny show. It's not a kid show at all, even though it's animated. It's more for adults, but it's not too, like, I don't know, it's not too inappropriate, but they do make jokes that, kids wouldn't understand. And then Drake and Josh, I used to watch this when I was a kid, and I wanted to watch it again. I have Hey Arnold. This was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid, so I want to rewatch it. I love his room. I've always loved his whole house, actually. Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh, I wonder if they added the last season. They sure did, y'all. Oh my gosh, they added I think this was the last one, right? Season 14. I love this. Is one of my favorite shows in the whole world. If y'all have never seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, please watch it. It is hilarious. Their jokes are so inappropriate. They're so funny. These are just like the worst characters you could ever come across. my sister, I said my sister because I was her coughing. My mom, I remember, was crying and cheering. She was so happy, and I was pretty happy too. But this was one of my favorite shows as a kid, and I used to watch it with my mom all the time. So I wanted to rewatch it from the very beginning because, like I said, I watched it when I was a kid, so there's a lot that I didn't understand. Brickleberry, I like animated shows like this that are for adults. I think it's fun. I don't know. I've never watched this show in my life, but I've heard of it, so I just added it. Dawson's Creek. I loved this show when I was a kid. I remember I started watching it, I think the summer before 5th grade, because I remember I had to go to summer school that summer, and that was the only time I ever had to go to summer school. And I remember my mom would wake up early in the morning to go to work, and I would go to her room, and because I'd be awake super early, Dawson's Creek would be on, and I just started watching it when I was a kid, and I loved it. And I remember when I had to go start summer school, I was so bummed because I wasn't going to be home to watch the show, so I had asked my sister if she couldn't watch it for me, and so my sister would watch it, and she would tell me, what's going on in the show, like, oh yeah, Joey and Pacey, they're together now, and they're always kissing and all this stuff, and yeah, she would always report back to me about the show, but I never got to finish it, I never got to really watch it because I had to go to lame summer school, and so, yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it because I really enjoyed it when I was a kid, even though I probably didn't understand so much of it since I was like, what, 9, or like 9 or 10 or something. Seinfeld, I never had an interest in watching this show. I remember every time I'd see it come on TV late at night, I'd always changed it because it just looked boring, but I'm actually interested in watching it now because I've seen little parts of the show and it looked kind of funny, like it's the humor that I like. So King of the Hill, now I've seen several episodes of this show as well when I was younger, so I want to watch the whole show in its entirety now. Greek, I used to watch this when it first came out, but I never got to watch the last season. I would miss episodes. I started missing episodes, and then it's hard to catch back up, and there wasn't Netflix back then, so it was like, how the heck am I gonna catch up with the show? I can't record it, and so I never got to finish watching it because I would miss episodes, and there was no way that I could catch up, so unless I bought the show, but yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. I don't think I even had a job when the show was on. I was pretty young, but I remember my uncle and I used to watch it, not together, but like we would talk about it. Workaholics, this was a pretty funny show. My first boyfriend, actually, him and his brother, they would always watch this, and so that's how I knew about it. The Handmaid's Tale, love it. I'm ready for the next season with like season 4, I think. This Is Us, I love this show. It always makes me cry. It's literally, not literally, but it's like a roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster. I have Robot Chicken on here too, but I don't even know why I had that. So yeah, these are all the shows that I have added on Hulu that I want to watch. Let's go into movies. So movies, I have Saving Jaws, and this is a documentary about sharks from Ocean Ramsey, and I like Ocean Ramsey. Looks like she's a shark whisperer. I feel like she's living a life that I would love to have lived. Like, I wanted to be what are they called? A marine biologist. But, I'm not good at biology or science or math. So that wouldn't have worked out. But I dream of swimming with sharks. I love sharks. I love them. I think they're so interesting and fascinating. They've been here for so long. So I want to really watch this documentary. And then Cabin in the Woods. I remember when I first saw the trailer to this movie, when it was first going to be released, I thought the movie looked kind of lame. But I actually heard that it was a really good movie. And it's kind of like a parody of horror movies. It reminds me a lot of Evil Dead, and which I'm pretty sure they did it on purpose. I never read into what their intentions were for this film, but I'm pretty sure, like, obviously they got it, they were inspired by Evil Dead, but also by other horror films and the cliches and stuff. So I watched it on Amazon Prime, and I don't know why I'm not able to watch Hulu on my MacBook. Is anyone else having that trouble? Because I tried speaking to a Hulu representative and they just couldn't help me, and they told me that they've been getting calls like that before, where there's people who can't watch Hulu on their MacBook. So I don't know why I used to be able to. I don't know what's the issue, but yeah, so I'm always having to watch Hulu on my phone, which is annoying. But yeah, so I saw The Cabin in the Woods on Amazon, and I figured I'd better watch it on there than on Hulu, because at least on Amazon I can still watch it on my laptop, and if I watched it on Hulu, then I'd have to watch it on my phone. So, but I left it on here anyways, just so I can talk to y'all about it. But I ended up watching it, and I really liked it. It was pretty interesting. It was good. I was definitely proven wrong, because I thought the movie looked lame, but it actually was good, and it was pretty funny. A Quiet Place, I recently rewatched it. I saw it in theaters, and I really liked it, and oh my gosh, it's so sad. If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. But it's a really good movie, and so I rewatched it, so now I can remove it. Like I said, I had already watched all the movies that I wanted to watch on Hulu, so I was just waiting until I made this video so I can check them off. So I watched Booksmart, and this one was directed by Olivia Wilde, and it was actually really, really good. Also, this girl, I don't remember her name, sorry, but I don't know her name in real life, but she's actually Jonah Hill's sister, which is crazy because people say they look alike. I don't really see it too much, but I can see it personality-wise, or at least the way that they act. But it's a comedy movie, and a lot of people kind of say it's like the girl version of Superbad, which I can also see as well. It was really good. I liked it. The next movie I have is Buffalo 66. This was on my list of movies that I wanted to see, and this is probably one of my new favorite movies. This movie was so good. It's very slow, and it can be perceived as kind of odd and different compared to other movies. I feel like it kind of has a depressing tone to it as well, but there's a lot of subtle comedy in it, and when I found something funny in this movie, I laughed out loud. And when you watch it, it doesn't seem like a comedy, but whenever it was funny, it was really, really funny. It was like ironic, and I would highly recommend watching this if you have Hulu, because I really enjoyed it. I mean, maybe it's not everyone's style of movies, but I will watch anything, and I love this movie. I really enjoyed it. I love Christina Ricci. I think she's so adorable, and she was so cute in this movie as well. Yeah, I highly recommend it. I very much enjoyed it. Good Will Hunting. I had already watched this movie before, but I wanted to watch it again because I really enjoyed it, and of course I still enjoyed it very much, and even my second time watching it, it's a very good movie. Next up, I have Heathers, and I've seen this movie before as well, but I wanted to watch it again, and a lot of people say this is like the original Mean Girls for the 80s, and I can see why. It's a lot darker though. has murder and stuff in here, so, but I loved it. I love oh, what's his name? I always forget his name. Is it Christian Slater? I think he's so cute. But her. She's amazing. My Best Friend's Wedding. Oh my gosh, such a classic romantic comedy. This movie always makes me so sad. So I will say, when I was younger, I always rooted for Julia Roberts. But now that I'm older, I was rooting more for Cameron Diaz's character. This movie always reminds me of my aunt, though, because this was like one of her favorite movies. And yeah, I seen it when I was a kid years ago, but I wanted to watch it again. Say Anything with John Cusack. I always seen this image of him, and it was like a classic, right? Like a classic scene, a classic shot, especially in the 80s. I had never seen this movie before, though, so when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's that, that's that movie where that comes from. So I watched it, and I really liked it, and he was so cute when he was younger. The Sisters Brothers, I honestly only clicked on it because I saw Joaquin Phoenix on it. I thought it was gonna be a comedy, but it was a lot more serious than I thought it was. But it was still really good. It also had Jake Gyllenhaal in it as well. It's a Western movie. If you like Western movies, I would recommend it. I ended up watching the trailer of this movie, and yeah, the trailer made it look like a comedy, and it really wasn't. I didn't realize how new this movie was. It only came out in 2018, but apparently it didn't do so good in the box office. I had never heard of this movie until I saw it on Hulu, so I guess that makes sense. But I liked it. I really like watching Western movies. Bachelor Party. I'd never heard of this movie, but I just decided to watch it because I do like the cheesy 80s movies. And Tom Hanks was so cute in this movie too. It was pretty funny. Big Fish. I love this movie. I actually have this movie. It was directed by Tim Burton, and it's a really adorable movie. The cinematography is beautiful. The colors in this movie are so beautiful. It's like magical, and it's really sad too, the ending. But it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movie, and it's not dark like most Tim Burton movies are. But it was still really good. I think it's expired already. No, I don't think so. Actually, I don't know. But, well, let me see. Yeah, it's currently unavailable, so it's already been removed from Hulu, but I watched it in time. It was my second time seeing it. Oh, what the heck? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So we have the movie for the Power Rangers on VHS, but I don't know if it was this one because I had seen the Power Rangers obviously when I was very, very young. So I don't really remember. Like, I rewatched this movie, or I watched it, and there's a lot of stuff that I didn't remember seeing. So unless I just was really, really little, so I don't remember it, or if we have a different movie than this one. I don't know. But anyways, I watched it and I liked it. It was very nostalgic. The Phantom of the Opera. I've been dying to see this movie, and I finally got to see it. It's not available anymore. It's already expired. But I love this movie so much. I was rewatching some of the songs or the scenes where they're singing on YouTube because the music is so good in this movie. I loved it. What's the guy's name? Why am I forgetting people's names? Okay, well, the guy that comes off of the Conjuring movies, he's on here, and I didn't know he was on here, but he was really good too, and Gerard Butler was great as the Phantom. But it was a beautiful movie. I loved it. And then I have When Harry Met Sally, and I've always wanted to watch this movie. I love romantic comedies, and I've always heard that this is a classic romantic comedy, and I've been wanting to see it for so long. So I was so excited that Hulu had it. It's not available anymore, but I watched it, other shows. But I have Downtown Abbey on here. That's the only show. So for movies, I have Friday Night Lights. I don't really know anything about this movie either, but I've always heard of it. I want to say it's a book too, but I could be wrong. But I've heard that this movie is really good, so I went ahead and added it on here. And then I have Signs, which, whoa, is a major classic. In my opinion, this movie freaked me out a lot, especially when I was a kid when I first saw it, and I really look forward to rewatching it now as an adult. But I really enjoyed this movie, and I love that it's mostly centered on the family than it was on the aliens. But I really loved this movie whenever I was younger, and yeah, I look forward to watching it again. I have She's the Man. Love this movie, but it's been years since I've seen it. The Mask. This was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. This movie made me love Jim Carrey. I even had a stuffed animal dog that looked like Milo in this movie, and I named him Milo. So I want to watch it again. Honey Boy. This was a film that I wanted to see last year, but I never got to get around to seeing it. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it on here. Same thing with the Ford versus Ferrari. Really wanted to see this movie. Big fan of Christian Bale. So Crash. I've seen this movie a few times, and I always cry in the same scene with the little girl who, I ain't gonna give it away, but just know there's a little girl involved in it, and I always cry. It's so good though, y'all. It's basically about racism, and all of these people are kind of connected in some ways, and it's a very, very good movie, y'all. I would highly recommend it. The Farewell. Also wanted to see this movie last year. Didn't get a chance to, so it's on my list. Same thing with The Big Sick. Wait. I don't know if this movie came out last year. I don't know. I've heard of this movie before, though. I didn't know it was an Amazon original. Anyways, I've heard of this movie and I wanted to watch it too, so I added it. Stepmom. Oh my gosh, this movie was so good. I remember this when I was a kid. Every time I hear that song, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. Every time I hear that song, I always think of this movie. But I don't remember too much of it, but I know I remember enjoying it, and I remember, like these two didn't really get along. Julia Roberts plays the stepmom, and the real mom is very sick and is dying, and it's pretty sad, but it's a good movie. Nightcrawler. Saw this movie in theaters. I really enjoyed it, so I added it on here as well because I just wanted to watch it again. The Social Network. I never got to see the movie in its entirety, but I seen parts of it, and I always heard it was really good, so I added it on here. Scooby-Doo. I have 1 and 2. I love these movies. Scooby-Doo was also one of my favorite shows as a kid. I loved the spooky shows like Scooby-Doo and the X-Files and Courage the Cowardly Dog and the Goosebumps. So I loved the movies too. I thought they did a really good job with them. I thought the characters were very, like the actors that were hired for these characters, I thought they did a really good job, especially Matthew Lillard. He's the Shaggy. I Spit on Your Grave. I watched this movie a long time ago. It was really good. It's a remake, but I thought it was good. My Friend Dahmer. I really wanted to watch this movie, but I never got to. And so, yeah, I look forward to watching this one as well. Sleepy Hollow. I love this movie with Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci. Very, very good movie. It Monster Squad. I actually wanted to see this movie last Halloween. I added it on Hulu, and then Hulu removed it, so I never got to watch it. But one of my coworkers, the one who told me about Schitt's Creek, she had told me that I should watch this movie. That she grew up in the 80s, so she's like, oh my gosh, I love that movie. You need to watch it. So this time I'm gonna see it. Carrie 2. I don't know why I added this on here, to be honest. It's kind of cheesy. Or at least from what I remember. I've seen this movie before, like when it was on Sci-Fi, I think, years ago when I was younger. Dr. Caligari. I think I have the movie The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari or something like that. That was a movie that I had on my list to watch, and I'm not sure if this is the same movie because it says The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Yeah, I really don't know, but I mean, it has the same title, so I guess it is the movie. I don't know why I'm thinking it's not, but yeah, this movie was on my list of movies to watch years ago, and so I added it on here because I've never seen it. Odd Thomas. I saw this movie on Netflix a few years ago, and I really liked it, so I re-added it on Amazon to rewatch it. And The Strangers Pray at Night, which wasn't that great of a movie, but I love cheesy slashers. So that is going to be it, guys. So sorry that it's taken me a long time to film this video, but I hope that y'all enjoyed it. Let me know if you've seen any of the movies that I listed on here, or if you're interested in watching it in